going to show you how you can make your first $1,000 doing nothing. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Tabieta, and if you love the vibes and you love the energy, most importantly, if you find the information in this video any at all helpful, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button below, and don't forget to turn on your post notification, because you never know if the next job or the next video that I post will be the one for you. Alright, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get into today's video, shall we? I am going to show you how you can make your first $1,000 doing nothing. Well, of course it's something. Alright, so let's do a checklist of things that you will need in order to complete this. 1. A laptop or a tablet. Internet access. You're going to need a bank account. You're going to need Amazon KPD, which is free, and you're going to need BookBolt. Okay, so let's actually get into all that you will need to do in order to get this, or to accomplish your first $1,000 or your second. Please trust the process and watch to the end. I promise I got you. Alright guys, so a few months ago I created a video showing you guys how you can make a passive income selling low content books on Amazon. Today I want to show you guys how you can sell activity books on Amazon, but I will do you one better. I'll share a little bit of marketing strategies, tips, and I'll tell you exactly how you're going to get to that $1,000. So ensure you don't skip the video and stay to the end. Let's start by showing you how you're going to create your activity book. Now, disclaimer, I am not going to get into all the perks of BookBolt, and I'm not going to get into actually uploading it on Amazon, only because that video that I posted a few months ago covers all of that. Now, let's get into how you're going to sell this on Amazon. I actually want to tell you how you're going to be making the money. So we're going to create a book together. If you want to see all the perks of BookBolt, go ahead and check out that video that I posted a few months ago. Also, if you want information as to how you're going to upload this on Amazon, you can also watch that video. So let's go ahead and pull up my laptop so we can create a book together. Another warning, I am not actually that good at creating books. I'm just going to create a very basic and simple book, but you can get your artistic side out and do way better than what I'm about to do. Alright guys, so once it is that you go on BookBolt, the first thing that you're going to do, well, I like to do a little bit of research, but we're not going to get into the nitty-gritty just because, as I mentioned, I did this before, so I kind of just want to get to the point. But what we're going to do is we're going to go to research here, and we're going to search for the top 100 activity books just to see, you know, what people are posting. And as we can see, we're seeing Would You Rather game book, activity book for kids, we're seeing activity book for adults. There's just a few, you know, in case you want to get an idea, there's a lot that you can research on BookBolt. Okay, so let's jump into actually creating our book. So we're going to go here and hit create, which we're going to have to select on BookBolt Studio right here, and it's going to open a new tab. Now, once it opens a new tab, I'm already signed in, but what you would do, the same credentials that you use to sign into BookBolt is the credentials that you will use to sign into BookBolt Studio. Alright, so this is not the project that we're going to be working on. This is actually from my last video, I think. So we're going to go ahead and click new project. Now, since it is that we're doing activity book, we're actually going to work with paperback. Hardcover is more expensive, and normally when persons have their activity book, as soon as the activity book is done, they kind of like throw it away or it gets lost. It's not that serious, so we don't need a hardcover. So we're going to work with paperback. Alright guys, so for the size, I'm actually just going to go to Amazon and look at what this person has going on, and they're doing 8.5. Alright, so we're just going to go ahead and work with that too. So it was 8.5 times 11. Alright, perfect. Now, if your book is over 109 pages, it's a little bit more expensive to print and whatnot, so we're just going to work with 100 pages for our book. Our title. Okay, so for title, project name, well, this is not the title for Amazon, just your project name. I'm just going to go ahead and type in activity book tutorial, just for my purpose. Okay, when you're going to upload it to Amazon, you can give your thing a whole title. All right, so we're going to go ahead and click on create project. Okay, so the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and click on this thing and click hide cover template. That way you can have, you know, your base as to what you're working with. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is to create our cover. Guys, remember, I could give you all the strategy in the work, but what really sells is your book. Put your all into it. Take your time, create your book. Yeah, don't do what I'm going to do right now, which is basically run through. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and click on a photo for my cover. Now you can either upload photos that you want to use if you are a graphic designer, you know a graphic designer, and you want to create something, or if you just have a nice little image that you want to use, sure. But if not, BookBolt actually provide you with free photos from Pixabay and Unsplash. You know, it's not copyrighted, it's good to use for commercial. All right, so on Pixabay I actually got this nice little solid pink color, and I'm going to go ahead and spread it for the entire of my book. Yeah, basic, I know. I just want a solid background. All right, so after I get this solid background all set, I'm going to go back on Pixabay and I am going to go ahead and select, I typed in to get this little puzzle thingy, I just typed in puzzle. Yeah, that's what I went on and typed in. I'm going to click on it, and I think this is pretty simple but pretty cute. I'm just going to take it all the way to the top here, and I'm going to leave it just like that. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and add my title. So I'm going to use this big heading text, and I'm going to go here to edit it, and I'm going to put on there in full caps, activity book. Nice, right? Yeah, activity book. Then we're going to hit OK. Now I'm going to move this just so I can see better. We need to make this a bit smaller because, yeah, I don't want it to be that big. All right, activity book. That's kind of cute, right? Yeah, it's kind of cute. I don't care. All right, so we're not done. I'm going to go ahead again, and I'm going to choose this text this time, and I'm going to go ahead, click edit text, and right here I'm going to put for adults. All right, perfect. Click on OK. We're going to do the same text, adjust it to where we want it to go, but for this I definitely want it to be smaller, so I'm going to scooch it up a little bit for adults. I'm not even sure if I like this font for this purpose, but let's see. Yeah, it's tight. All right, and the next thing that I'm going to do, okay, I'm going to use this text this time, and then I'm going to edit, and I'm going to put, do I want to use this one though, or should I use like this one? I'm going to use this one. Okay, so for this I'm just going to put, like, you know, fun, challenging. Okay, so for this part I was thinking of putting something else, but I think fun and challenging will work. We're going to click on OK. We're going to move that and delete this one that we were going to use but we didn't, and we can remove this. Maybe we could put this in a different color. What do you guys think? Maybe we could go for like yellow. Yeah, fun and challenging, and we're going to put it right here. Maybe make it a bit bigger. Yeah, so we're going to make it, not me here. And okay, I think, do you like it? Oh, well, definitely it's not in the center, so let's try that again. That's better. Yeah, so yeah guys, I know that my activity book is very basic. I hope yours is not. Yeah, so activity book for adults. Okay, so now let's go on the pages. So we're going to select what activity we want to put on the pages. Of course, before you put your activity, if you want to give a little instructions as what, you know, or a little guideline, or what to expect in your activity book on your first page, a table of content, whatever you want to do, you can do. But I'm going to actually just jump right into putting my activities in my book. All right, so we're going to go to this little maze here, and we're going to click on Pro only. Now when we click on that, we will see a few activities that we can add on our book. Now for my activity, I think I'm going to do, all right, so let's just go with what everybody is used to. Let's just start off with a little Sudoku, and I'm going to select my first let's see, my first 20 pages. So my first 20 pages. Alright, so my first 20 pages next. Now on this page you can choose what size you want it to be. I'm going to leave it at the bigger size. You can choose your font, you can choose the difficulty of the game if you want it to be very easy or if you want it to be very hard. I did say that mine is challenging, but still I don't want to make it too challenging, so I'm going to put it at medium. So above easy, above normal, and at medium, but not extremely hard, because I think sometimes when it's extremely hard it ruins the fun. Maybe, I don't know. Okay, so I'm leaving mine at medium. And okay, so for your solution, you can choose if you want your if you don't want to leave any solution there, which that is ridiculous. If you have an activity book, why not have any solution? Or you can choose to manually select pages, or next page after each puzzle, or after all puzzle game. I'm going to actually select after all puzzle pages. So after, if you complete this one, you could go to the end of the book or closer to the end of the book for the results. I'm not going to have them right next to each other. That's just my choice, but you can do whatever it is that you want. Okay, so as you can see, it highlights the 20 puzzles that we have here, and it shows that the next 20 pages is actually with solutions. I like it like that, so we're going to click submit. Now if you remember, we actually selected to have 100 pages, so that was just 40 pages with questions and solutions. So I'm actually going to scroll all the way down, and I'm going to select what I want my remaining pages to be. Alright, so let's scroll all the way down. Okay, so I think we should be at 41. Perfect. Okay, so for 41, again we have to go on pro only. Now what do I want the next thing to be? Maybe like a maze. Maybe like a maze, yeah, a regular maze. Alright, so we're going to choose maze, and we're going to select the next, let's see, we're going to take it all the way up to 60. I think 60 wouldn't be bad. Oh, but I want everything to be finished after we're finished, so I think I'm going to take it all the way up to 70. Yeah, but I messed that up, so let's do that again. So we're going to take it all the way to 70. Okay, and click on the pages that aren't highlighted. The pages has to be highlighted to be included, guys, so ensure that it is highlighted. All right, so that's 70. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and select next. Again, I'm going to leave my solutions to be after all of the pages. Yeah, I think that's good. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and select next and submit, and that's the end of my book, I think. Okay, so as you can see, these would be the puzzles, and of course the solutions will be at the end. Now guys, let me just say this: you don't have to do only 2 activities in your book. You could choose to do 3 of this, 2 of this, 5 of this, 10 of this. You could even start off with what did I do first? I did Sudoku, right? You could start off with 5 Sudoku at very easy, 5 at easy, 5 at normal, 5 at medium, and the other 5 at very hard, so it gets harder. So it's not, that would be more interesting, right? But again, just for time, I'm just showing you what you can do. Yeah. Now when you're on BookBolt, one last thing that I would like to mention, guys, you could select this tab right here that says learning. When you select this tab, you could, from BookBolt to vlogs to walkthrough to tutorials, you can go on the walkthrough tutorials. It's a whole playlist, guys, and if you watch all of those videos, they're like 2 and 1 minute videos. If you watch those videos, you will pretty much be an expert on all the different things that you can use BookBolt for, and it will help you to create your book. Alright, so that's it with creating. Alright guys, so I created some notes for you to give you steps as to how you're going to get to that $1,000. So I'm going to draw for my handy notebook, and I'm going to get into it for you guys. Alright, so now that you know how to create your activity book and you have uploaded it on Amazon, because of course I know that you already went and watched the first video that I created to see how you would upload this on Amazon, so you already know how to do this, right? Okay, glad we're on the same page. Alright, so now you're going to go ahead and price your book for $4.99. No, I didn't just make that up, but when I was doing my research, majority of the persons would sell their activity book for, like, you know, $4.99. So you could stay in that bracket. You wouldn't want to go above the price, that's not good marketing. If anything, you probably want to go a little bit below to have more persons gravitating towards your product because it's cheaper. Right. All right, now you're going to go ahead and price your book for $4.99 on Amazon. All right, now how Amazon KPD works, they actually take 30% of what you make, and they
quick correction guys, they actually take 40% and you receive 60%. This just shakes up the calculation a little bit, but not very much off. So work with me, stick with me. Yeah, make we see it really good now. Continue watching. Thank you, bye.
70% of what you make, right, of what you sell. All right, so your 70% would actually sum up to $3.49 per book that you sell. Now you need to sell 300 copies to make $1,047. Now how will you do this? I'm glad you asked. Let's get into it. All right, so first things first, your main strategy will not be your family and friends. Your main marketing strategy will not be your family and your friends. They are not your target audience, okay? Number two, your main strategy that I am going to want you to use is Instagram ads. All right, so number three, you can choose when you go on Instagram, right? Everybody knows when you're scrolling, after a few posts from persons that you follow, you see an ad or you see a suggested page. Yeah, we're going to use up Amazon advertising market to advertise our product. Now let me tell you exactly how you're going to get this done. Okay, so on Amazon per day you can advertise your product or your post for as low as $1 USD per day. So you can choose $1 per day for 30 days. That's $30 for the month, and that can get you up to 18,000.
Okay guys, please note that the amount of views that you get or reach that you get on your ad is based on how you personalize or customize your audience. So ensure that you use keywords. So as you can see, this screenshot is actually showing that I can get up to 30,000 persons. So I think I made up for that, you know, 60%, 70% thing. So yeah, just customize it and you're on your way.
Views. Now you only need to get 300 of them to buy your product, and if you ask me, those aren't bad ads, guys. All right, now you can choose to pay more per day for less days or whatever is best for you. I'm just giving you a step by step, okay? But you can change it up, you can tweak it, whatever will work for you, okay? You need to buy the pro package on BookBolt. From the tutorial that I posted, you would see when I go to the activities section, I went on pro only so I could see the different activities that we could choose from. So you're going to need to purchase the pro package on BookBolt, and that is for $19.99. No, again, with helping you guys out, I actually have a 20% off discount code. I'm going to put it on the screen. I'm also going to leave it in the description box below. So that will actually take you down to approximately $16 for the month. You're going to create at least 3 to 5 books on BookBolt for that month, or you can create more. Again, you can tweak this, but I'm just giving you a little strategy, right? So you're going to create 3 to 5 books within that period or more. You're going to publish on Amazon. When posting on IG, you're going to post a slide. So you will be promoting up to 5 books for the same $30 that we discussed. So you already know when you're on Instagram, some posts, you can post up to 10 pictures in a slide, and persons just have to swipe to see what comes next. If you created the 5 books, you're going to post them in a slide, you're going to have a really nice description, and you're going to promote that post. So it's like you're getting 5 for 1. Yeah, so you're going to create all 5 books in just that one post, and it's only going to cost you that $30 if you're doing the 30 days, right? Stay with me. All right guys, so now you will be promoting 5 books for $30, getting 18,000 views approximately, and you will only need 300 buyers. So let's get into the final math, okay? All Alright, so you'll spend $46. How are you going to spend this $46? So you're going to spend $30 on IG to promote your book. You're going to spend $16 on BookBolt for the month to create these 5 books or more. So 16, 30, that's 46, right? Now if you sell 300 books for $3.49, then that will give you a total of $1,047. If you should subtract that $46 that you spent originally, you're going to have a profit of $1,001. So that is my strategy as to how you can make $1,000, or your first $1,000, or your second $1,000. And of course, this process is not a 1 month thing. If you should do some research on BookBolt and see for the top sellers on Amazon KPD, these people are selling up to over 400 books for the month, and you only need 300, so you don't even need to be in the top selling market, and you're going to be doing smart marketing. Now of course, you can add to what I said to you. You can also promote on Facebook, you can promote on TikTok, you can also promote to your friends and your family, which is not your main target audience, but you never know, it might help you to get an extra 10 or 20 sales. So yes guys, again, that is how you can make your first $1,000. If this video was any at all helpful for you, I'm definitely going to need a thumbs up, and I'm definitely going to need for you to leave a comment in the comment section down below. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at 𝗕𝗫𝗏_. Also follow me on TikTok, because guys, now I actually do live application on TikTok, so you might want to become a part of that family. And of course, I mean work from home applications. Finally guys, if you would like to be entered in a raffle to have a free one-on-one coaching session with me, go ahead and leave some blue hearts in the comment section box below, and then I will select somebody at random, and it might just be you. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys. Bye.